Okay, Lee Anderson.
Thank you, Chair. Just a couple of questions from me. I think, Ms. Patanka, you said there was a turnover of £25 million for
last year, 21 million.
Yeah, 25 million. How much is actually reinvested into safeguarding, and how many safeguarding workers have you got?
So we have our safeguarding. There's different avenues of safeguarding, but it's within the DNA of the business. So everyone in some way, shape or form will have that as a priority. Our safeguarding team is a team of 5. Our moderation team, like I said, is a team of 25, and we also have customer service staff as well.
Okay, so just one more question. These services that you offer online, I would imagine that most reputable companies, whether it be a supermarket or whatever, have some sort of mystery shopping where, I know where this is not going where you think it's going, where the staff and the services and the product will be checked out by an employee of the company. Now, have any of these workers actually visited on site, not to provide the services they're obviously offering, but from somebody from your company who can actually sit in a room with a young person to decide whether or not that person's vulnerable, whether that person's injured, whether that person's a drug addict, or indeed a child? Does that ever happen?
Yes. So our safeguarding team, like I mentioned, firstly, is a combination of skill sets, but also...
Are they booking as a client when they do that?
If I may, because we have done it, is ex-law enforcement. So they have been within this space and they have seen some of the horrific things that can take place. Myself, I have been on site. I have been joined with the NCA to have a site visit to understand the other aspect and the other area of this exploitation that can take place. So myself, I have been on site.
Let's just be clear then. So you have staff that will actively book an appointment to see a sex worker for services under the guise of a punter?
No. So you have...
No.
So a direct answer to your question is no. But have we experienced being on site? Yes. Have we mystery shopped in a way of calling?
Would you say it would be fair to actually mystery shop these services properly, where the sex workers are unsuspecting, where you can actually get in the interim room with them, have a proper conversation about their safeguarding? Wouldn't that be a better way to do it?
I understand, because you're looking through the lens of exploitation. The reason we wouldn't do it is because that would be a genuine sex worker believing that she is about to have a visit and expecting to take a booking for that day. If we then turn up and we're not a genuine customer, unfortunately, it may put her in more harm to take a more riskier booking.
If you've genuinely got the best interest of these people at heart, wouldn't you just ignore that, what you just said, and actually go into these places on a random basis and just check that the people that are subscribing to your website or whatever and are paying you all this money, that there's no children in there? Surely you would do that.
I think it comes back to the point that I was making of, if we were to mystery shop in this way, so have we visited a site? Yes, I've even visited a site. I have people within my team that have. And that's the way that we've chosen to do it, because we don't believe that mystery shopping in the way that you're suggesting, when you understand the independent sex worker's perspective, taking a booking that isn't actually a booking isn't beneficial to a customer.
Has anybody ever tried mystery shopping? Anybody ever tried it in this industry?
No,
so how do you know it doesn't work then?
I come in, law enforcement do this, so they do it in relation to welfare checks. Particularly if ASWs would give red flags.
So it does work.
It does work in terms of checking that this person is legitimate, okay, needing help or not. So welfare checks do happen.
If it can work in law enforcement, why can't it work with your company doing it?
Well, I think it works because ASWs give the data, give the information to law enforcement, saying there may be a red flag here. Can you check this and then law enforcement will do the checks.
But also, as I mentioned, I've been on site, and that was through a mystery shopping visit through law enforcement. No, it's not something that we would do ourselves.
Okay, Chair.
Okay.